St. Scotland Driver East of the Presentation College and St. Anthony's. Yeah. DJ, back to you.
Well, welcome back here to the Atto Bolden Stadium. Of course, we've got the cycling velodrome here. We've got the aquatic center. It's the hub of sport in the Couva district. But we are here for the second semi-final, the second Coca-Cola Intercol, National Intercol semi-final. It's Presentation College coming up against St. Anthony College. What an encounter we have in our hands. It's North versus South. And these teams, when they met in the league a little earlier, they drew 1-1.
Yeah, they drew 1-1, and there's a lot, of course, similarities in both teams. Yeah, we see a beautiful pic there of the commentary team.
Yeah, wonderful picture, Brent.
And of course, both teams would feel, Colin, as I mentioned during the broadcast, that they would feel that the winner of this game can and will and should move on to win the entire thing. And I'm sure that's the feeling in both locker rooms. And it's interesting to note, Colin, in terms of lineup, as we see both teams walk out to the pitch, Kai Phillips starts today.
Well, this is a big one. This is the semi-final. And all of St. Anthony's College would want to get to the final. Kai Phillips, he's going to want to come on the field as well and prove to his coach that he made a mistake by leaving him out. And I'm sure he's going to try and give of his best here today. They are the officials. They're leading out the teams. St. Anthony's in red and Presentation in yellow. So, as per usual, they'll exchange pleasantries. Skipper for St. Anthony's is Jordan Barclay. So of course, they are the officials as they meet the players. It's a nice gesture. Brent, in the old days, in your days, they never had that. You just get on the field and you start to get at the opponents. I've never seen the handshakes and greetings. Of course, they are the officials. The very experienced Rodfin Harris is the referee. Noel Morsash, Ramsrup, and Timothy Derry. Yeah,
well, when
you never shook anybody's hand, Brent, until after the game.
Well, we played when I played for Malik Secondary. I remember we used very much tried to intimidate our opponents. We would yell coming down the walkway. And of course, try to intimidate our teams. No shaking of hands. I was
no shaking of hands. No, I wasn't part of it. Well, there's Presentation College. Let's have a look at their lineup. Williams in goal. He was terrific in the final. Saved a couple penalties. There's Carabby, Cornwall, Charles, Allen, Barclay, Gilbert, Jacob, Shepard, Bisnath, and Ash. No real change to their team and the coach, Sean Cooper. Their formation, Brent.
Yeah, their formation is what we would have expected. Of course, the captain, Barclay, plays an instrumental role both in offense and defense. And of course, Shepard up front, the guy who is expected to put the ball into the back of the net.
And there is the St. Anthony's team. The ironic thing is that when you look at the St. Anthony's team, there's Perez, there's also Barclay, who is the captain of St. Anthony's. So both Barclay is captain in the teams. There's the big man at the back, Cowie Augustine. He's coming into the team. Frederick, Philip, of course, he's back in the squad. He's back in the team, the starting 11. Williams, Thomas, Antoine, McPhee, Daniel. The coach, Ronald Daniel.
Well, a couple changes and surprise changes, I must say, for St. Anthony's College. Of course, Augustine coming in, and of course, Williams out wide. What we expect from him. McPhee playing the midfield role. It looks like they're asking McPhee, of course, to join Phillip up front, and we know how devastating that partnership can be.
So the teams now just saying their final prayers, both teams. Brent, I didn't hear you with your prediction.
Well, Colin, I know you like when I stray away from making predictions. You feel it.
Yeah, I didn't
It
hear
makes
you.
me think, and of course,
It makes my day. It makes my evening. It makes my afternoon.
Well, it's a cool evening. That's why it's making your day, Colin. It's
I would.
It's cool and relaxing, and you shouldn't be too concerned about my predictions.
Okay.
I'm staying away from this one. It's too tight to call.
I'm going for St. Anthony's.
I'm not surprised,
I'm
Colin.
going for St. Anthony's. I'm a northerner. I'm going for St. Anthony's. I don't go past the lighthouse. But in all seriousness, no, this can go either way. I mean, presentation, such a good opponent. And, you know, having this beaten Naparima, they must be all eyes on the national win, to win the national final. Since they've knocked out Naparima, they would think this is their time. And they're a good team. They're well organized. In Barkley in the center, Shepard up front. He's a good goal scorer. So you can't underestimate this presentation team at all. They're such a good team.
And they seem to be really coming into their own. We saw them against Naparima College, a game where they went to go down, and you would have felt that in presentation that we've seen in the past that would have been enough to beat them, but they fought
on
all the way through and
got the equalizer and then got into penalty kicks, and they were super confident going into the penalty kicks. So it's going to be a tough one, and really and truly, this can go either way, and it can go to penalty kicks as well. So it's the first free kick for St. Anthony's. It's going to be Thomas. Oh, that's a dangerous one, but too close to the keeper. McPhee just charges into the keeper there. Who's that McPhee? That's not McPhee. It's, yep. He just charged into the keeper. This is Jacob to Shepard. Trying to square it back. Cowie gets in the way. And the shot coming. Deflection. It's going to be a corner. Lots of support for presentation. Jacob is going to take the corner. So Jacob with the first corner of the second semi-final, cleared away. Through for Prez. Through taken by Allen. But goes back to Allen, sends a crossover, looking for Shepard. He was about to unleash the shot, and I was just about to say the shot was coming from Dante and one of the youngsters in the field, but he pushed it a little too far ahead of him, and the chance was lost. Cowie headed right back upfield. Oh, that's flicked on for Shepard. Shepard still going. Antoine is there. Cleared away by Daniel. It's going to be a free kick for St. Anthony's. So Prez starting very lively here. Cowie with the free kick. He's leaving it for goalkeeper Perez. It's at the Barkley. Antoine trying to get Frederick going. Won by Jacob. He falls over. So Frederick picks it up. Plays it in field to Philip. He gives it away. They give it right back to St. Anthony's. Antoine. That's a good turn, but it's going to be it actually came off of Williams. We've seen him going up the line with some really good runs. And St. Anthony's would expect him to do much of the same this afternoon.
Similar to Karpi Chima East, Presentation College have started on the front foot.
Certainly taking the game to St. Anthony's, and we saw them absorb some pressure as well early in their game against East Mukarapu.
That's correct.
They scored against the run of play and went on to win that game. Headed away by Barkley. Controlled nicely. He gives it away. Bisnack giving it back to St. Anthony's.
It's going to be trouble, Colin. Oh, that's a good tackle. That is a good tackle.
He goes down. Stays down. Williams. Another really good tackle. Let's have a look at it, Brent. There he goes.
Well, I'm hoping that we have another Malta Carib moment in this second game, Colin. Package of tackles and good commitment is Coach Cooper.
He would be happy with that.
Coach Cooper would be very happy with
The
being here.
shown.
Well, being here in the semi-finals, getting past his
Nemesis.
nemesis in Naprimo College, and now, of course, in the semi-final, starting on the front foot. But you must say, Colin, that they've really turned things around, and every time we've seen them, of course, Coach Daniel of St. Anthony's College, every time we've seen Presentation College, they seem to be improving.
It was Cornwall getting that ball forward. He's asking the keeper to come. Williams. Antoine couldn't keep it in. Allen is going to take the throw. Just about 6 minutes gone. No goals yet in semi-final number 2. This is Williams. Cornwall wins it from him. Gets it back to Allen. Shepard, look at the turn, appealing for a handle ball. It's not on. Cowie gets it to Thomas. Thomas looking to get it to Philip, plays it too far ahead of him. Out comes goalkeeper Williams. It's not such a great kick. Frederick tries to take it on the chest. Jacob wins it. And Cornwall going wide. Out to Bisnack. Bisnack loses it to Frederick. No foul, says the referee. Barkley. It's too long. Ash wasn't pleased with that pass given to him by his skipper. Aline Barkley. However, Price goes back on goalkeeper Williams. Doesn't play a very good ball. Gives St. Anthony's the choice of a throw. Says Thomas does well, but it's won back by Ash. Gets it to Barkley. Ash finally gets it upfield towards Shepard. Headed by Cowie. Picked up by Daniel. It's a good ball. Oh, that's wonderful skill. Oh, McPhee. Philip looking to turn with it. Does well. Gets it back to McPhee. McPhee running into a barrage of yellow shirts.
Should have shot.
Yep, he was thinking of it, but kept going.
That's a foul.
No, says the referee, play on. Picked up here by Cornwall, but by Allen, sorry. This is Barkley to Jacob. That's a good ball for Shepard. What a tackle by Cowie. Another superb Malta Carib tackle, Brent. Here goes St. Anthony's though, with Frederick. Sends it to Philip. He turns nicely with it. Making the run down the right side is Williams, but he's not releasing it.
He needs to pass there. What a challenge there by Cowie. It's had a good start so far.
This is Daniel. Oh, well, it's a foul committed by Ash. It's going to be a free kick for St. Anthony's. Tell you, look at the tackle, Brent. Whoa!
Well-timed, goal-saving tackle. Of course, the second one we've seen for the game. However, this one is a foul.
Tell you, Cowie had to time that so well, or else Shepherd would have been through on goal.
A tale of two tackles. Ash tackle was mistimed.
That's right. Well, it's going to be a free kick, and it's going to be Thomas. Let's have a look at this free kick from Kyle Thomas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red shirts in the box. That's not a bad one. The heads go up. Headed away. Barkley does well, and he's fouled. So it's going to be a free kick for Perez. It's with Charles, Luke Charles. A poor ball to Ash. It's going to go through for the Tigers. The Westmoreland Tigers, they call them. It's a good ball from Daniel to Augustine. Back to Daniel. He loses it to Jacob. Jacob took it over the line, so it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. Lots of advice coming from the crowd. Oh, a miss kick there. There goes the Shepherd. The shot straight to the keeper. Shepherd giving it to Bisnath, who had the shot. Couldn't place it away from the keeper. But a miss kick there from Barkley that could have cost his team a goal, the opening goal. But when the shot came from Bisnath, it was straight to the keeper.
Yeah, I think the covering play of both Antoine and Cowie really didn't give Bisnath much of an angle. That was a really uncharacteristic mistake by Barkley.
Yeah.
Normally so solid back there.
This is Barkley with the free kick. Aline Barkley from Prez. Of course, the St. Anthony skipper is Jordan Barkley. This is Caraby. Just about 12 minutes gone. Still no goals here. Semi-final number 2. Charles is going to get there before Philip goes back to goalkeeper Williams. Charles plays it to Caraby. Sends that ball forward. It's not going to be kept in. So it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. Throw is going to be taken here by Daniel. Malachi Daniel, the left back for St. Anthony's. Coming up to 13 minutes. Still, we await the first goal. This is Jacob. He's responsible for the assist with the equalizer against Naparima. Made a wonderful run to the byline, squared it back. And from that, there was a handball, and a penalty was awarded to Presentation. But here, they've been awarded a corner. Shepherd with a corner, headed away. But straight back to Shepherd.
Could be dangerous.
Goes to the far post, but it was always curling away. Even though Charles was coming in at the back post, it was curling away from him. It's curling away from him, Brent.
Yeah, just a bit too much height on it, and
Charles the tall.
Charles is a tall boy, yeah. Just think that the pressure that Presentation College has been putting on in the first 13 plus minutes or so has to amount to a goal at some point.
And the longer they don't score is the more confidence, of course, St. Anthony's will get, because if it stays nil-nil, they will think, hey, I'm in this game. I just need to get one. But Charles is a tall young man, but that ball was always curling away from him. And he'd been able to get there quicker. It would certainly have been 1-0. Barkley looking for Shepherd. So one back by Barkley. Throw for St. Anthony's. Just about 15 and a half minutes gone. And the Coca-Cola score confirmation, as I said, coming up to 16 minutes. And the Coca-Cola score confirmation, semi-final number 2. It's Presentation 0, St. Anthony's 0. Williams with the kick. Bisnard did well to keep it in. No, he couldn't. It's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. Antoine with the throw. This is Augustine. Gets it to Daniel. Not a good ball picked up by Charles. He gives it right back to Frederick, who gets it to Augustine. He turns nicely with it. Plays it to McPhee. Daniel. Back to Augustine. Daniel. Oh, Augustine. He's got some room. He's got some time and some room. Plays it to Frederick. Daniel does well. But eventually, it's won in the middle of the field by Dante. Gets it out to Ali. He has to go all the way back to his keeper. Oh, that's a good take from Jacob. Excellent.
Well.
Oh, that's a good ball to Bisnard. Can he get it over?
Shepherd! Poor defending by St. Anthony.
1-0! The leading goal scorer, Shepherd. But what a take from Jacob. What a pass to Bisnard. What a pass from Bisnard. What a goal Presentation College.
Well, you have to give credit to Jacob. Brilliant ball to Bisnard. Barkley nowhere inside. Cowie allows Shepherd in behind him. As much as I want to highlight the defensive frailties of St. Anthony's here, you have to give credit to Presentation College. That is superb stuff. Well made and crafted goal between Jacobs, Bisnard, and of course that man, Shepherd, scoring now as his 12th goal of the season. That's an exceptional output by the young national under-17 striker.
J.E. Shepherd scoring his 12th goal and Presentation's first goal. 18 minutes have gone. Presentation lead 1-0. Can St. Anthony's claw their way back? Can the Tigers show their claws? It's with McPhee to Philip. Daniel. It's going to be a throw for the Tigers. So the lights coming on here at the Atto Bolden Stadium. So we just want to say welcome to, of course, the TV6. Yes, the TV6 family. And with us for the Intercol series. And we say welcome to them. Always nice, Brent, to get welcome new partners with us. Show presentation. We look to hold on to this lead and not do anything at the back that will give St. Anthony's a sniff at the goal. This is Ali. Cornwall. Headed away by Barkley. Cowie just gets it out of his defensive third. It's going to be a throw for Prez.
They really haven't been allowed, St. Anthony's, Colin, to get into any sort of rhythm. And credit to Presentation College. Made it tough for them.
This is Charles to Cornwall, building from the back, Press. Back to Charles. It's a good ball to Shepard. Doesn't control it all that well, but it's picked up by Dante. Shepard plays a wonderful ball to Bisnath. Looking to take Antoine on a run. In fact, it comes off of Antoine. It's going to be a corner for Prez. 21 minutes gone. Prez lead by 1-0 in the second National Intercol semi-final. '75 was the last time they've won a National Intercol final. Well. And they go on to get into the final first and then win it. Headed away. Free kick. Thomas getting it to Philip. We haven't seen much of Kai Philip. It's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. They won with Belmont Intermediate. Now Belmont Boys Secondary, is it?
St. Francis
now
boys.
St. Francis Boys, but they were in the old days they were Belmont Intermediate, and then they went to Belmont Secondary. Now they're St. Francis. Well, they went straight from Belmont Intermediate to St. Francis. I thought they went to Belmont Secondary, but I understand that's the junior set.
Yeah.
So,
Belmont,
all these name changes, it's confusing me.
I understand.
Is it confusing you?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Still have a young mind, yeah.
You're with it. yeah, you say that, but I'm sure it's confusing you. But you just want to make as if, here's the corner, the heads go up. Headed back in. Finally cleared up field. Shepard is going to get there. Sends it quickly across towards Jacob.
There's going to be trouble, Colin.
Jacob!
There's going to be trouble.
Jacob is on his way. He's stopped. Oh! What a goal! I thought we lost this chance. He blew by Antoine. He turned on the inside, and I thought, why did he come in instead of heading straight to goal? up. He blew past Frederick actually. Here, then turned to come inside, and all of a sudden, bang! 2-0.
2-0. And again, poor defending there. Allowing Jacob, but take nothing away from him. Good strike. Perez should have done better, Colin. He definitely should have done better. Nevertheless, Jacob have started this game like a house on fire. Supplied the first goal, playing the ball out wide to Bisnat, and creating the second. But there's a bit of a consultation here out wide. With, Harris.
Not too sure what that is about.
Interesting to see.
He's having a word with the assistant. But it's 2-0. Jacob scoring in the 24th minute after Shepherd Oakley scoring in the 18th. There's the glum-looking faces of the St. Anthony's technical staff. Obviously wondering now, they've got not to get back 1 goal, they've got to get 2 goals back. And they must be very wondering how they're going to do that. The first thing they've got to do, Brent, is they've got to put another man up front. Kai Phillip is isolated up front. They've got to get maybe McPhee up front with him. Or what about Manswell?
Well, he's going to have to make a tough decision, and I suspect, Colin, before this game gets too far away from St. Anthony's College, I suspect some sort of tactical change and of course personnel change will have to be made. And you've hit the nail on the head. Manswell may be an option, but clearly
he has to be an option because he's got to go. He's got to go with another striker up front. You're 2 goals down. He's playing a holding midfielder in Augustine, but you know, forget that.
Well, the thing about it, Colin, is as much as we talk about formation, our formations, a lot of what we've seen so far is down to defensive errors.
It is.
And frailty. So you can draw what you want on any board at any time tactically. If the players make the kind of mistakes they've made so far, then you'll be in problems. That's a foul.
Phillip is fouled. This is a free kick in a very good position. And they've got that man, Thomas, who we all have seen, Brent, has taken some really outstanding free kicks so far this season. But a foul on Phillip. You see, at the moment, Phillip is isolated. And once he picks up the ball, you've got Cornwall, you've got Charles coming to tackle him, and he's got no outlet. But let's look at Thomas with this free kick. Good support here. Good support for the Tigers. They've made the journey from West Moorings all the way to the Atto Bolden Stadium to support the team.
But it's going to be interesting to see where Thomas decides to attack this one from. It's dead center.
He's got to go over the wall, Brent.
He has to.
Here is Thomas.
That's good.
He's gone over the bar. That's a good save.
That's a top save.
It was going under the bar. I thought it went over. But a top save from Isaiah Williams. He got up and he pushed it over. Let's have a look.
Well, he didn't have to move far to tip it over. Despite that, he was able to execute the save. I thought Thomas would have placed it a little bit further away from him.
And a little more power.
And a little bit more power, maybe. Maybe more direction than power. Nevertheless, give Williams credit.
Well, here's Thomas now with the corner. Big man is up. Cowie. Barkley is up. There goes the corner. Headed away. Augustine gets it back to Thomas. Sends it back in field. Out comes Williams. Oh, that's a good take. That's a wonderful take by the young man. Sent up field towards Shepherd. This could be problems again. Jacob. Wide as Ash. Goes back to Caribbean. Barkley. All of a sudden, the excitement has died down as Prez keep possession, knocking it around, trying to take the crowd out of the game. The crowd suddenly trying to get the Tigers up and running again. Jacob has been so instrumental in the 2 goals scored so far. Charles to Barkley. That's good football, but they give it away. Williams trying to make his way through. Daniel takes it down nicely on his chest. That's a foul on Daniel. Very late tackle coming in from Ash. Referee Harris just having a word with Ash off the ball. Cowie with the kick. Gets it to Barkley. Antoine is wide. He decides to go further downfield looking for Williams. Headed by Cornwall to Barkley. They give it away to Augustine. He plays a good ball to Thomas, but he's offside. Again, he's watching across the line. Shouldn't be in an offside position. It really irritates me when the players wide fall into that trap of being offside when they're watching right up the line. That's a good ball from Ash to Carabby, who's made the run. Sends it in field. Oh, missed it. Dante has missed it. Bisnat, however, trying to get to the byline. Good tackle from Antoine. Well, Gilbert Dante completely missed the ball as it came across. All he had to do was to side foot that ball into the net and it would have been 3-0. We'll have a look at that in a while. Good turn. Cowie. Happy to relieve the pressure. Send it out of play. Let's have a look. Brent, look at it.
Yeah, good ball across there. I wonder if he could have taken a touch, Colin, and probably tried to place it into the goal. Instead, he went for much more difficult skill on placing it first time into the goal. Of course, the Coca-Cola score confirmation. Presentation College 2, St. Anthony's 0. Goal scored by Shepard in the 18th and Jacob in the 24th minute.
Just about under 15 minutes left in the first half. St. Anthony's desperately trying to get back a goal to get back into this semi-final. Foul on Phillip. Free kick. Frederick gets it to Cowie. Oh, that's not a good ball. Won by Dante, gets it to Barkley. Barkley plays a good ball forward, looking for Shepard. Intercepted by Cowie. Barkley is there. This is Jordan Barkley. This is a lean Barkley from presentation. Both Barkleys skippering their respective teams. Good ball to Shepard, good dummy. It's Jacob looking to send it. This is Jacob again. Oh, it just ran away from him. Twisting, turning with it. Still Jacob. Oh my word. Barkley with the shot. And off of Augustine. Going to be a throw for presentation. But Jacob is proving to be a real handful here. This is Charles to Carabby. Ash turns with it. Sends a good ball. Jacob is there. Oh, he's offside.
So hit flag, Colin.
Yep. Jacob is here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, he's offside. It's a good call by the official.
Thomas looking for Williams. We haven't seen Williams much in the game.
I was about to say, Colin, and he's such an important piece, of course, to the St. Anthony's attack. It's just been almost wasn't sure he was playing at one point.
Yes. We haven't seen any of those runs, those darted runs up the wing from him. In the meantime, I think Jacob is down. So he's getting some treatment. Cowie very upset with some of his teammates, having a word with them, whereas the Prez players have all gone to the side of the field. And there's Cowie still gesticulating, and obviously very, they talk that's how defenders behave, Brent. They blame everybody else on the field but themselves. That's what they said to me, Brent. That's what they said.
Well, I know for a man that doesn't listen much, I'm surprised that you even heard that. And then again, I know sometimes you hear things differently than what you've been told, so I want to see you a narrator of a different story, Colin. But
there's the electric, he still gets related, Cowie. He's very upset, but he's got all reason to be, because everybody has got their part to play. It's a team game. There's Cowie. Look at him. Look. He's not stopping. That must be a striker answering him back. No, that's Daniel, actually, the left back. But you don't want to see that. Obviously, let's hope that it's just a quick little argument between them and they move on, because once players start to quarrel with each other on the field, then things break down. Of course, Brett, you never quarrel with nobody. I wouldn't know that.
Well, there's no need, Colin, once you've organised your team well in advance, discussions become of a limited commodity when you're on the field. But they've really been at 6s and 7s, and I am a bit surprised, I must say, Colin, because they were so well against East Mokarapo.
That's a good ball for Ash, though. Let's look at the cross. Oh, it's not a good cross.
They just seem so disjointed and disorganized, a complete opposite from what we saw against East Mokarapo.
Well, the thing is, Brent, he's got to wait, with 36 minutes. He's probably going to wait until half-time to decide what's his next move.
I wouldn't have, Colin. I definitely wouldn't have waited. This is knockout football. I would have made the change now.
This is Dante. That's another good ball for Shepard, but he's not going to get there before the keeper. Good idea. This is Barkley to Augustine. Cowie. Cedric. Maxi. Back to Cowie. Headed by Carabee. Free kick for a foul by Ash on Frederick. There's the number 13, Quinn Frederick. And the number 3, Malachi Daniel, but he's going to leave it for Cowie. Leaves it short to Frederick. Back to Daniel. This is Barkley. Cowie. Frederick. So they're holding possession, but they're not going forward. They're just going square. Barkley to Antoine. Now they're starting to come forward because Antoine's got some space in front of him, but he plays not a good pass, which is intercepted, and they want to throw. This is Philip.
It's well defended. Well defended.
Good defending from Cornwall. Shepard. It's going to be a free kick. Justin Cornwall with the free kick for presentation. Searching for Bisnath, but put out of play by Antoine. Jacob. He's more in defensive role there. Oh, that's a good ball. Win from Barkley. Stole it off the feet of Augustine. Gets it wide to Ash. This is Barkley. Oh, he sends the ball out. Goal number 3. Shepard has scored his second and the third of the afternoon. And it was made by Aline Barkley, the skipper. He took it off the feet of Augustine, made his way into the box. Let's have a look at it, Brent.
Well, I talked about how easy and with ease presentation seemed to be getting in behind the wing-backs of St. Anthony's College. And again, they've been able to cut through and shepherd the reactionary header off the tie of Augustine. And you'd have to say that's lights out. And Colin, that's exactly what I've said. Of course, a replay of that header. That's what I've just said. The change has to be now. If they are to get back into this one, they have to make a change now. It's not working.
St. Anthony's it's not working. Presentation College.
Well, that tells you what's happening on that St. Anthony's bench. It looks like a funeral. It's not a football match. It's a funeral. Shepard with a brace. 3-0. 5. We have got about 4 minutes left on whatever stoppage time there is. But you're right, it's lights out. I just can't see St. Anthony's. They've got to make a change or two in the second half. They've got to go attacking. Bring on Manswell, probably. Let him go up front. Or let McPhee go up front. Go with 2 strikers and see if they can put presentation under some pressure.
And again, Colin, similar to the first game, a lot of the goals they have conceded so far, St. Anthony's College, have been to their own demise. It's been poor defending.
3-0. Thomas with the free kick.
That's a
They've
good
got
ball.
to score now.
It's a good header.
Still calm.
Very well. And look again.
And here they go. They're on it. The counter. Shepard. He's got Cowie. He's got Cowie with him. Cowie does well. Cowie does very well. Oh, Shepard. Oh, he keeps possession and he's brought down. He's trying his best to stay on his feet. Almost as if he was going in a pool. Eventually he fell over. So presentation leading by 3-0. Shepard with a brace in the 18th and 40th minute. And Jacob scoring the other one in the 24th.
That's well defended, Colin. That's classy. Stuck with his man, of course.
Well, we kept saying that Williams is not in the game. Made a good run there, Brent, but good defending. They've won a corner out of it. Excellent defending there by Allen. So just about 2 minutes to go to the end of the first half. Thomas with the corner, headed away by Barkley. We understand that there'll be 2 minutes, a minimum of 2 minutes of added on time. So Shepard, no, he's got more than 5 goals. Shepard has gone to 13, not 5. They come, our producers, Brent, they come to like you. They're going from 12 to 5. Oh, but Shepard in fact has 13. He's got 13 goals for the season. That's a really good tally. He's really got a good tally of goals. This is Cowie. Cowie seems so determined.
So dangerous in these counter attacks, Colin.
Barkley takes his time, gets it to Caribou. He's going up the line to Ash. Ash is going past Daniel. Oh, Ash, Ash! He banged it!
Oh, he should have crossed it, Colin. He should have crossed it.
Shepherd was there.
Shepherd was waiting. There's Shepherd having a word with Ash.
Oh, yes.
Rightfully so.
He went for glory, Brent.
Yeah,
Let's have a look.
Ball comes across.
And look at Shepherd.
Shepherd at the back post.
It was at the far post.
That is a chance, Colin. Because if Ash had rolled that across the goal, would have been a tapping, and Shepherd and Ash are still having a conversation about it. I'm sure that's going to go right into the halftime locker room, because Shepherd is going to let him know.
He could have had a hat trick.
He should have had a hat trick. He's onside. Oh, that's a good save, man.
He's offside. He's offside.
I tell you, it's close again, Colin.
Oh, God, man.
Yeah, it was
you
close.
You call it. You call it.
It was close. Look at this. Nah, I tell you, he was.
Oh, come on.
He was off.
Oh.
That's a good call by the official.
Bisnat trying to get past Antoine, not able to do it.
He's been very active, Bisnat. Very, very active.
He's had a good afternoon, actually.
He's coming up a tough opponent in Antoine. Of course, the man of the match in the East Mokorapo game in the North Zone final. Surely giving him a thought or two.
This is Frederick. He does well. Gets it to Williams. Intercepted by Barkley. Oh, plays it to Jacob. Jacob is brought down. Jacob is having such a good game. It's incredible.
Should we just send the trophy over for him now, Colin?
Well, not as yet. We've still got a second half to go. Who knows? Kai Phillip, your boy, might score a beaver trick.
It's good skill.
Cowie is really angry with his teammates.
Well, if they've just given him too much room, it's a complete opposite for what we've seen, particularly against East Mokorapo, where they were resolute defensively. It's just too easy for Presentation College. A stroll in the park.
Well, and they lead by 3 goals to 0. They've got a free kick. We are in the final seconds of added on time. Here is Jacob. Crushes it! Oh, that's a good save in the end. It's the end of the first half. A first half that belonged entirely to Presentation College. They dominated from minute 1 to minute 47 because we had 2 minutes of added on time, and they were able to score 3 goals, 2 for Shepherd, 1 for Jacob. There is the crowd. They've had a good first half of good, entertaining football. There's Ian Cowie. He's not had a good half. He's been very upset with his teammates. So we are at the half, the Coca-Cola halftime score here at the Atto Bolden Stadium. It's the Intercol semi-final. It's Presentation College 3, St. Anthony's College 0. Presentation lead handsomely.
beat me and then keep up it.
I would say it's a very poor performance. Yeah, that's the second lesson.
Is that 2-1?
So once coach talk to the players, the mentality change, I think we have a chance.
Come back after.
Yeah. Stand by.
Coca-Cola Intercol semi-finals. Sour Stallions have booked their place, and now it's either going to be St. Anthony's College or Presentation College joining them in the final next week, Wednesday. Right now here with Johan from St. Anthony's College. I mean, what's your thoughts on the first half, and do you think you'll have what it takes to come back in the second?
I think this is a very poor performance from my team.
Whoa.
And yeah, I'm just being real. I think if the mentality changed, they could come back. And we need to get more shots on goal.
All right, 3-0 thus far. Tyreek from Presentation College. I mean, all smiles. You came across here ecstatic. Thoughts on the first half?
Well, we overplayed them. We played well. I mean, we demolished them in the first half, but whatever was done in the first can be replicated. So the team is not going to get arrogant, and we're coming out there with the same intensity.
Intensity, that's what your interview felt like. Right now, let's go upstairs for the halftime highlights with Brenton Collin.
Well, let's have a look at the first half highlights, Brent. And right away, Presentation was on the front foot. The shot coming from Bisnat, good layoff from the Shepherd, but here's the first goal.
And as easy as it come and as poor as the defending, you would see Barkley not closing on Bismarck, Curry nowhere close to Shepherd. 1-0 to the Lions, and I'm not sure what the law of the land is in the jungle, but the Lions started to devour the Tigers. Jacob with a busting one, again poor defending, left his defender to dead. 3-1, Perez with a poor goalkeeping mistake, but take nothing away from Jacob. He created this and he finished this all by himself. 2-0. Presentation College running riot. One of the few opportunities for St. Anthony's College. Williams denying Thomas's free kick, tips it over a bar. And more Lions on the attack. Ash out wide. Barkley eventually squirms across. Shepherd back post. 3-0 in the 40th minute. And some may say that's all she wrote there for St. Anthony's College. A poor first half by their standards. How do they get back into this one? Of course, Coach Daniel is going to have to find ways of getting his team back into it. Ash, very selfish. Shepherd was back post.
Should have crossed it.
And he should have crossed it.
Of course, the halftime analysis, Brent?
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far. Although it says 8 goal attempts in total, 5 of those going to Presentation, 3 to St. Anthony's. And 5 goal attempts, amazingly, Colin, 5 of those were on target. 2 from St. Anthony's were on target. A bevy of fouls, 9 for Presentation, 6, of course, for St. Anthony's. And no cards anywhere.
The important thing, what is happening, they're getting down the sides of the field, getting the balls across. St. Anthony's unable to do that. So we're at the half, it's 3-0. Let's head back down to hands on the field.
Yes, right now Johan is with me. Johan, now you're going to St. Anthony's College, and we know over the years St. Anthony's College has been one of those schools that has been helped by sponsors. How has sponsorship helped St. Anthony's?
Well, sponsors help us by providing kits and food and stuff. Without that, we have no kits and no food.
Now, clearly, sponsors are very important. Shell is one of the title sponsors of the Secondary Schools Football League. This is Shell and the SSFL.
Shell is a corporate citizen. You know, it's a kind of cliched word, corporate citizen, but I really visualize us as a part of what society is. So just as, you know, the man walking on the street, Shell is part of that intrinsic being of Trinidad and Tobago. And so we have a role. And so we've selected certain areas that we would like to get involved in that are aligned with global themes, that are aligned with local needs, and sport, youth development through sport is one of them. The SSFL has a brand, you know, and it's an exciting brand for our young people in terms of football. I think as a country we have a healthy appreciation for sport, for the outdoors, for the benefits that brings, not just to young people, but general to our health, physical and mental. So we've been involved for about 15 years, a little more than 15 years. You know, we started way back when we were BG, we're now Shell, and we decided to continue that sponsorship because it's so important, youth development through sport. There's a thing about us, Shell, the company, being this live organization, and it's live because of our people. So our organization sees the impact that we're having on the wider community as a whole, and that has brought, you know, really good benefits internally as well. You know what I'd really like to see with these sponsorships is it just does not stay at the level of our sponsorship. And this is something that we certainly can help with, that it's you know, tied closer to tertiary level education, that this becomes a sustainable avenue for our young people. So I hope that they can take what they've learned on the playing field and off the playing field, that they can take it into their lives, their personal lives, you know, when they get older and they get into their work lives, that what they would have learned on the field, they just become better citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you very much, Shell, on behalf of SPORTSMAX, CNTV, CCN, TV6, and the Secondary Schools Football League. Tariq, you've been with us a few times on camera, and you seem to know about all of the players. Now, Presentations Defense has stood up today. Tell us about Zion Allen.
Well, Zion Allen is a rock in the back. He's a solid left back, composed and can play the football. He can even attack with it as well.
Well, let's look at his player profile, all courtesy Coca-Cola.
My name is Zion Allen. I am 18 years of age. I currently go to school at Presentation College, and I live in Pleasantville, San Fernando. So it was my dad who first introduced me to the sport, and I think it was at the age of 5 I started playing in this academy at Skinner Park, and from then on, school and so I started to play. Well, I started to like it from that age, so yeah. I started playing there first, and from then on I started to play in primary school. I used to play with San Fernando Boys RC, so I used to play for the school team, and from then on, passed for St. Benedict's, so I played for St. Benedict's, and then currently I now play for Press. The person who motivates me the most is my dad. He always pushes me off the field and on the field, especially in the classroom, and well, sometimes he'll come me to train, and sometimes he'll like come and watch me play, and you know, give me pointers on how to improve myself to be like a better player and stuff. So my favorite footballer is David Alaba, and he plays for Bayern Munich. And well, if I got to spend a day with him, I'll ask him how he does keep his calm for big games, and well, what advice he'll give me to play, well, to be a better left back in that aspect. I have a few hobbies. Well, I like to read books at times, mostly novels, and well, I like to read manga and watch anime. So yeah, that is my hobbies. I think I have like good football IQ of the game. I could read the game good, and well, my strength help me, especially in the defense. So yeah, I think that makes me stand out the most.
My name is Quinn Frederick. I am 18 years of age. I play central attacking midfield for St. Anthony's College, and I am from Arima. Well, since I was a young child, I always loved sports, but you know, I always had a passion for football, so I decided to take a step ahead with it, and I went to a few clubs, and then I ended up in St. Anthony's College, which really made me take football serious. As a central attacking midfielder, your main role is to attack, but I try also to defend and give as much as I can on the field. My accomplishments was winning North Zone Intercol with St. Anthony's College last year. As a footballer coming up is one of the best moments you could have, in your career. My biggest motivator is my late grandfather, and I would just like to say, thank you, because he was always in my younger days. Games coming up, but he never really made it to see me play intercol football, which was his goal as a grandfather to see me play. Well, my favorite footballer is Lionel Messi, and I would like to know how he dribbles past 4 or 5 defenders and scores the goal. I would like to take my football career as far as the Premier League and playing in a World Cup match for my country.
Well, welcome back here. The kickoff has now taken place there as that ball was played back by St. Anthony's, and they're coming forward with Kai Phillip playing this ball wide towards Williams. Sends the ball across. Good start. The shot coming from McPhee, but intercepted. So the Tigers, they've started on the front foot here in this second half.
Thought he could have finished that
Oh,
one.
he should have.
He should have finished it.
Good move coming up. And again, we see Williams. Brent finally getting involved. Got up that right side, sent it across to that man, number 8, McPhee, and he couldn't finish it.
Well, it's the first time we've seen him, Colin, with the ball advanced, or with him that high advanced.
That's right.
We know how destructive he can be in 1v1 situations. I must admit, Colin, he's up there for me as an MVP for the Intercol, Williams.
Yeah, he's been good.
He's been really good.
This is McPhee. Ooh, that's a good challenge from Caribbean. It's going to be a through for St. Anthony's. Got to be careful with that pronunciation. Brent Caribbean is the man's name. You have to be very careful how you pronounce the name. And it can so easily be something else, which we will not repeat. And trying to, with the outside of his boot, trying to get it towards Williams. Wasn't successful, but he wins a throw. Jacob. Shepard does well, but loses out. But in fact, the referee felt he was fouled. So they've got a free kick for Prez. 3-0, the lead. Jacob to Caribbean. Wide is Ash. Caribbean in an advanced position. Cowie is there.
It's a good tackle again.
Throw for Prez, Jacob.
It's a good throw.
Running it to Ash. Oh, that's
well
good.
Defended. Well defended.
Good on the part of Daniel.
I thought for a second there. Yeah, he did. I thought for a second that Ash left him for dead there, but did very well closing his opponent down. I'm trying to really struggle today, Colin.
This is Barkley. Through for Prez. And McPhee. Oh, it's a good header in the end from Barkley. Daniel being harassed there by Ash.
That's a good ball. Oh, just a bit too much on it.
Well, Ash is going to get there. He's going to take on his man. Does well, gets it over. Intercepted by Cowie. Goes straight back towards Ash. Barkley has to go back to Charles. Get it away. It's going to come right back though. Bisnack is in offside position. Free kick for St. Anthony's. They're going to be making a substitution. Now Augustine, as we suggested, is going to come off.
It's really a like-for-like change here, Colin. In the sense it looks more now like a 4-3-3.
Well, he's brought on Trent Weeks, but I thought it would have been better to put on another striker, unless McPhee has gone forward into a striking position with Kai Phillip.
Yeah, he's definitely advanced.
Because that's the only way you can win this game now. You've got to get two men on top and see if you can get that ball wide and get it into them. Daniel. Gets it to Phillip. This is McPhee. To Frederick.
Oh, it's got to be on the floor.
Yep, that's right. Oh, this is a good run.
Really
good
well,
run
Bisnack.
there by Bisnack. Just his final pass was not good.
I thought he was fouled there, Colin. He seemed to be tugged on his way. That's poor. That's what presentation college have done really well. They've not allowed them chance to play or pass. They've been on the front foot defensively as well, Colin, which is important to note. St. Anthony seem to never have time on the ball.
It's a good tackle in the end from Daniel. He's able to win a goal kick. But he was struggling to keep up with Ash.
They just haven't played well, have they, St. Anthony?
No, they haven't.
And they've set some very high standards. We've seen them in the quarterfinals against Speyside where they were rampant. And of course, they were efficient against East Mokorapo. But today's performance so far, you would have to say it's been poor.
And defensively, they've got in my view, two of the best defenders in the league.
Correct.
In Antoine and Barkley. But they just didn't look the part. When I say them, I mean the defense, not just them.
Look again, Bisnack with the tackle. There's just no time on the ball, and you can see Antoine remonstrating with his players for movement, but a lot of it is just down to the hard work and commitment showed by the Presentation College midfield in particular. They've just not allowed them any time. Look again, 2 and 3 yellow shirts in attendance, Colin. That's top draw stuff. That's championship stuff.
Yep. McPhee couldn't turn with it.
It's a poor free kick.
For St. Anthony's College hasn't won the National Intercol since 2012. So it's been a long time for them. And of course, that was with when Nigel Grosvenor was the coach. There's the cross ball. They've won it 6 times, haven't they? And,
all with Grosvenor.
Yeah.
Outstanding coach, Nigel Grosvenor, that's for sure. Arguably one of the best. May even say that much, Colin?
Yeah, I would think so. His
top 3, that's for sure.
When you have those kind
successful.
of records, yeah.
Burton Sinclair, of
Burton
course,
Sinclair,
to name a few. So many talented coaches, of course, coming through the ranks. But when it comes to success, it's hard to look past Sinclair and, of course, Coach Grosvenor. They've both been truly outstanding.
long ball there, looking for Shepherd.
It's got to deal with it. I tell you, Colin. Yes.
Well,
Perez took his time to get there.
Yep, not sure if the crowd appreciated that tackle on Shepherd.
Despite a lull in the fluidity of the game, it's quite abundantly clear that St. Anthony seem a bit disjointed. They've just not been able to get into a rhythm. Colin, I look for signs in a team, and when players are constantly waving their hands and of course arguing and complaining with each other, it's a team that's down and out. And we've seen a lot of that today by St. Anthony's College.
Well, this is a good run.
This could be trouble.
This is a good run from Jacob again. Couldn't get it over though.
They just haven't had an answer for him today, Colin. He's been an absolute beast. The nickname, the Hulk. What was your nickname, Colin?
The Beast.
As we move right along.
It's going to be a right-sided corner. It's going to be taken with, it seems to be Shepherd. Yes, it is Shepherd who's gone over to take the corner. He's going to swing it in with the left foot. Goes to the far post, headed away. So this is Hulk, better known as Jacob.
This man has been good as well today, Ash.
Oh yeah, he's been very pacey and going down the sides of the field. He's been good. Bisnat has been good. Shepard has tormented the St. Anthony's defense. Tell you what, Brent, on this performance, presentation will be hard to beat in that final.
But what you look for in a championship team is, of course, the ability to execute on the offensive end, and of course the ability to be resolute defensively. And presentation have shown both. They've been ruthless offensively, and they've been very solid defensively. We see a substitution.
Well, Antoine is coming off,
interesting one,
and Manswell is going. So I think he's gone.
He's gone
three at the back.
Yeah,
he's gone three at the back, and have decided, you know what, I'm going to push men up front now.
Yeah, he's got
and
to
let's go for it. We may as well, if we're going to lose, we may as well lose 5-0, 6-0. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, credit to him. I think he's doing the right thing. That's poor. And you can't coach that, Kevin. That's
the shot from Jacob.
Very, very close.
Who else? Jacob. And it just whizzed past that post. But that was very, very close.
That's handball.
Free kick for St. Anthony's. Cowie complaining it was a handball. Referee Harris says no. It's going to be Barclay with the free kick. Coming up on an hour in this game. Barclay headed away, but straight to Jacob. Oh, he does well. Plays it. This is, let's see, the man who has come on. Oh, he was running in a circle. That was Dante, sorry. Just running around in a circle. Not sure what he was going to do with it. Got it from Jacob, played it to Cornwall, he played it to Dante. But there goes Cornwall, sends it over. Oh, the tackles are flying in, left, right, and center.
Williams is out of it, Colin. It's not been good at all.
Allen
this could be trouble. This could be trouble.
Oh, just over the top of Shepard. But the tackles, Brent, were flying in.
A lot of them look like tired tackles, Colin. A lot of stretching and compensating for poor positional play. And this passage of play is very important for St. Anthony.
Oh, he got in the way of Jacob's shot just as well.
It's a poor pass.
Williams gets it there to Cornwall. That's a good ball, looking for Phillip. So the Coca-Cola score confirmation after just about an hour. Presentation College, they lead St. Anthony's by 3-0. Shepard with a double and Jacob with the other goal.
I know a lot of the conversation coming into this game, Colin, was about Kai Phillips' absent. He's sat on the bench for the last 2 games. Of course, Kai Phillips, the leading goal scorer for St. Anthony's College. And I wonder if Coach Daniel is thinking he made the wrong move. And don't change a winning team, Colin. You know that saying.
Well, that's right. This is Manswell, the man who's come on.
Offside, yeah. But I don't think it has anything to do with team formation or tactics. I think a lot of it is down to individual errors today for St. Anthony's College. And we've seen some uncharacteristic mistakes. That's a close one, but it's offside. some uncharacteristic. Yeah, we haven't seen that from them. Yeah, they've not been at themselves.
today.
Yeah, they've not been
They've
themselves.
been very poor defensively today, which is unlike them. They were getting ripped apart on both sides of the field.
And they've been very strong in the wing-back positions. So I don't think it has anything to do with personnel of whether or not Kai Phillips starts or even if Lionel Messi started. I just think the mistakes that they made has really shot them in the leg. And it's the reason why they're 3 goals down. And if you were to say to me that presentation is 3 goals better than St. Anthony's, I'd tell you, Colin, you're crazy. I think I've told you that before.
But yes, many times. But I think that the thing is, you look at both these teams, and there was a hunger and a desire, I thought, in presentation that St. Anthony's just didn't have.
No, they didn't.
This is Weeks. The man has come on as a substitute.
It's a poor pass.
Barkley. Oh, he does well.
With ease.
Ash. Getting it wide to Bisnat. He goes past his man. Bisnat looking to get it to Shepard.
How easy was that, Colin? Pass a quality defender in Barkley who's been at 6s and 7s today. He's onside.
Jacob!
That's good defending.
Excellent defending. There's Jacob. He's having a real good game.
Well, I did say to you to send the trophy down to the locker room at halftime. The man of the match, the MVP trophy, should have been sent long time ago. Just put it to Mr. Jacobs' left of his stuff. Next to his school bag.
That's right. So Shepard with the corner. Goes to the far post, the heads go up. Goes beyond everybody, and a foul committed by Cornwall. So it's going to be a free kick. So quickly taken. Williams on the go. I'm not too sure who that ball was for. But Barkley goes back to goalkeeper Williams. Don't think he was pleased with that ball from Barkley. Cowie. Frederick. They give it right back to presentation. Look at Caribou go. Poor ball. Is looking to maybe get Manswell going, but it was hit so far ahead of him, he never even bothered to run. Coming up to 65 minutes. Rest still lead by 3 goals to 0.
Well, other than the first 2 or 3 minutes of this second half, Santis really haven't created anything of meaning so far. In fact, the pattern of the game has gone similar to the first half, what we saw, which was the lion's share of possession to Presentation College. They haven't done much in Anthony's to change things. They've changed personnel, 3 changes, but we haven't seen anything, Colin, to suggest that they're going to get back into this one.
This is Barkley.
That's
the
a good
shot just over the bar. Not a bad effort. Barkley having a go. Had some space in front of him. There he beats his man, pushes it, and has the shot. Just over the bar.
Yeah, just over the bar. It's good defending again.
Bisnat, that's a good ball to Shepard. Couldn't quite bring it down. It was just a little too high for him. He's not a very tall young man, he's Shepard.
That's a foul.
It's going to be a free kick. Shepard brought down. Substitution. Frederick is coming off. And Gill. So Gill on and Frederick off. Too close to the keeper. Easy ball for him. Not a good distribution because he was trying to get Williams going. And Williams had to go back and put in a tackle on Bisner. It's not a good ball. Frustrates Manswell. Asking Manswell to press the ball, but it's not good what we're seeing from some of the St. Anthony's players. They're arguing with one another.
As I said, Colin, a sign of a team that is defeated is just that. They constantly, and look, an unnecessary
yellow card.
And it has nothing to do with what the opponent did. They just have not been able to get things together. So now they're pointing the fingers at each other.
And you know, Brent, the thing is, the ball was played to him, looking for him to make the run. It was a bad ball, and he just stood up. And all I heard someone on the field, I think Phillips, said to him, press the ball, and that upset him. But there he goes. Let's see if he can keep that in. He can't. So confirmation there of the yellow card for Kieran Manswell, probably for dissent. It was had to be for dissent. Brent, something he said. This is Phillip, Kai Phillip to Manswell. Getting it away. Bisnack. The intention was to go far post towards Shepard. It came off the outside of his boot and went more to the keeper. Headed forward by Jacob. Foul. It's going to be a free kick. St. Anthony's, the kick already taken. Barclay gets it to Cowie. That's poor. Williams couldn't keep it. Well, he did keep it in, but he was trying to get it back to Cowie. This is Cowie giving it forward towards Manswell.
It's a penalty. It's a good call. It's a close call, but
seems that McPhee has been brought down. But is it a penalty?
Well, look at the touch here. Oh, it's tight. That is tight. That is very tight.
I think it is a penalty. I think it is a penalty, though, Brent. Look at it.
Well, I'm looking at the left arm.
He barged into him with the left hand.
Yeah, maybe the left arm was leading into the box, but it's a tight one.
It was Cornwall was the man. And it's Manswell, the substitute.
That's a good penalty.
Yep. Put it away, 3-1. So, we've got 20 minutes to go. St. Anthony's are 3-1 down. Can they get back into this, Brent Sancho?
Colin, you've made it your business to ask me difficult questions all night long. But that penalty is as cool as you come. Good finish here by Manswell. I think for St. Anthony's, for them to get back into this one, is they have to play the football in presentations half and not just lob balls forward. It's not going to work. They're a very well-organized team, Presentation College. They're going to have to be brave. And of course, possessed the ball in presentation half.
All of a sudden, St. Anthony's have a new lease on life. As that ball was played back, they were pressing it. And so
The
there
question
was an
is,
error.
Colin, as well, we've seen them over the last 10-15 minutes argue with each other and remonstrate with each other. Can they put that aside here now? They always say a goal is almost like a medicine.
Yeah.
It's almost like medicine. Gives you a new lease of life.
So we're coming up to 72 minutes, 18 minutes and added on time remaining. So they've got another maybe 22 minutes in which to try and turn this game around. Presentation leading by 3 goals to 1. A double from Shepard and Jacob with the other one. Well, what's happening there?
Handbags.
The referee had to break it up.
Truly uncalled for by both players.
Jacob had to move away.
Yeah, it's very silly.
Pity to blemish his afternoon. See the referee having a word with both of them. It was just a collision.
Well, I'm not sure if Gil have seen the size of Hulk, but let's take a look at it again here, Colin. Both players thought I was silly. Okay, he's lucky, Gil. Looked like he had some afters there.
I don't think Jacob did anything.
No, he didn't do much. In fact, I'm looking at Gil placing the ball in his face, placing his hand in his face, sorry. But it wasn't called for.
Well, emotions are running high.
Yeah, but you still got to keep your cool.
Scowy couldn't control it, goes to Barkley. Sends it deep, the keeper is coming. He's going to get there easily.
Well, you would think a second goal by St. Anthony's here, and it may just be the comeback of all comebacks if that happens, Colin. That's a poor pass. That's a foul, I suspect, no?
The referee says no, play on.
Oh,
He did very well, gets it to
very
Barkley.
well.
That was Charles getting it to Barkley. This is Bisnack.
This could be trouble.
Taking on Cowie,
Yeah,
blows past Cowie, gets it over, cleared away. Barkley gets it wide to Carabee. Weeks falling over. Says Jacob. Oh! Went for the far post, didn't get it well. Sort of, the ball scooped up from under his boots.
But there were numbers back there, Colin. It was...
So, Kieran Manswell with his 4th goal of the season, scoring from the penalty spot. It's Charles. Long ball forward, Cowie is there. Gets it to Gill. Cowie trying to get it over the top, looking for Williams.
This could be trouble, Colin.
There goes Besnard.
They have numbers.
He's going to look to take on his man. Gets it inside to Shepard. And the shot came, but more of a placement. But still, Besnard. Pressure still on St. Anthony's. Besnard. Still Besnard. Oh, the cross was intercepted.
This could be problems here now the other way.
The counter. This is
Stop,
Williams.
Colin.
This is Williams on the go.
Still on
The
side.
ball.
Well defended.
Well defended because Kai Phillip was at the far post.
Oh, he could have cut it back for McPhee. Either or, Colin.
Good end-to-end stuff here. So the Coca-Cola score confirmation after just about 76 minutes. Presentation, they still lead 3-1. It could be 4. The keeper just was able to push it out of the reach, but across there from Jacob, and Shepard was waiting on it, and luckily Barkley was able to just get it over the head of Shepard. We see a change for presentation. Dante is coming off.
Of course, the 14-year-old Dante. That was so close here, just over the last dreadlock of Shepard there. But you'd have to suggest, Colin, that there's at least one more goal in this one.
Oh yeah, it certainly looks that way. So confirmation of the substitution, Jardel Sinclair on and Dante Gilbert off.
That's a foul.
It's going to be a card as well. Who's going to get it? It looks to be Bisnath. Bisnath has gone down. I think he knows he's going to get a card. So he's gone down hoping that the referee's going to forget. The referees don't forget when they have to give you a yellow or red card. But the card is there in the right hand, ready for Bisnath to get up. There he gets it now. So Bisnath gets a yellow card. Brent, let's have a look at some of these tackles in this game.
Again, it's been a crunching second game. With some very lively challenges, full of commitment, full-blooded stuff. The stuff that players in this type of environment live for. Great conditions for it. I hope, Colin, when we move forward to the final, that we have a similar type pitch situation.
Yeah, similar conditions.
Yeah, so good, excellent, strong tackles.
Well, Manswell has a free kick for St. Anthony's.
Needs a good delivery here. That's poor.
Ooh, Cowie got there and gets a corner. It's deflected.
Wasn't the best of free kicks, but they made a lot out of it. Almost resulted in a goal.
So it's not confirmation of that yellow card. Good corner. It's a handball. A handball there from Jordan Barkley. It is Barkley, the handball. Medics are on the field.
Looks like a collision of heads here. Yeah, it's a collision of heads. Looks like Williams was trying to guide the ball in, missed it, and connected with defender from Presentation College.
So Bisnath is off. And Charles is on. So confirmation of that substitution. Charles for Bisnath. And here's Charles with his first bit of action. Gets it.
Yeah, really let himself down there, Ash.
Got it to Sinclair. And
Should have done better.
Yep, should have done.
Maybe even Sinclair should have had the shot there. Could have swiveled and turned.
This is Weeks. Ty Phillip trying to get Manswell going. Just about 7.5 minutes to go for presentation to confirm that they're going to be in the National Intercol final. This is Cowie. Barkley. Jacob. That's a ball that he was trying to get it wide towards Sinclair. This is Cowie.
Well defended again.
Charles. Sinclair.
And he finished with a cut inside.
That's it for 1 goal! Coming straight to the keeper. He should have put it away. No doubt about that. He turned the defender beautifully, and he should have made it 4-1.
Well, again, Colin, poor defending again. Barkley gets drawn out of the middle. That's way too easy. Take nothing away from Sinclair. Good bit of skill and trickery, and just unlucky that he didn't put it through the legs of Perez. But again, poor defending. Just can't sell yourself that easily. You have to stand your man up and make him make a decision.
This is Charles for presentation. On the go. Plays a 1-2 with Sinclair. Sends it across. Too close to the keeper. Oh, that's a good run. Good run from Williams. This could be it. This goal.
Poor decision. Poor decision.
What a poor ball.
Good defending as well.
Once again, Brent Williams got away from the defense, and when he gets away, it's danger. But today, his final pass has not been good. This is Phillip.
Good defending again.
Oh, that's a tough tackle. The referee says it's a... Well, that was a good tackle. I think the little tug on Barkley before was the problem. Let's have a look.
It's another tackle there for the package reel. The Malta Caribou Tackle Fest.
You love it.
I can sense a jingle coming up, Colin.
You love it.
But I must say, Colin, that been really impressed with Cornwall and Charles at the back, particularly Charles. He's intercepted, got his toe and his any part of his body in the way, and he's really been outstanding today.
He's been outstanding, but for me, Brent, there's only one man of the match.
I thought you sent the trophy already.
Only one man of the match.
I told you to
the
send it down
incredible
halftime.
Hulk. He made the first goal. He scored the second one. He's been really, and he's played such a good game, an all-round good game. He's defended well. He's moved forward in attack. He's created. He's been really, really excellent. And when you think Shepherd scored 2 goals, but those 2 goals, one was made by Jacob when he played Bisnat in, and Bisnat played a super cross. But Jacob has been outstanding to me all afternoon. Look, he's gone on top of his defense now. He's when I was looking for him, and he's on top of his defense, helping his defense out. He's been superb. Really, he's had a good game. Shepherd plays a good ball to St. Clair. Good tackling there coming from Barkley. Corner for presentation. Charles is going across to take it. Just about 2.5 minutes left of regulation time. Charles plays it short to Barkley or to Shepherd. Shepherd is just keeping it in the corner. Cowie. Foul by Shepherd and Cowie. Oh,
that's stupid. That is stupid.
That's a yellow. Well, I'm surprised. You can't put your hand on an opponent like that, Brent. He's lucky.
He's very lucky.
He's lucky.
He should be walking down the tunnel.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't. Once your hands have left your side onto a player, you have to go off the pitch, and he should be off. Williams should be off.
That's it.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
You can't do it. It's not. This is sport.
Imagine if you did that to Brent Sancho. Oh my word!
I would have gotten up and shook his hand, Colin.
You would have. I'm very proud of you.
And invited for tea.
So we've just coming up to about a minute and a half to go. We understand there's 4 minutes of added on time.
Good chance again, Colin.
Yes,
very
he's been good.
Defender. That's tough stuff.
It's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. And confirmation of that yellow card for Williams.
It's lucky. Should be off the pitch.
Very, very lucky indeed.
As much as they might be frustrated, Colin, there's still rules of the game.
Oh yeah,
sportsmanship is very important, especially to these young men. That's poor. He's got to finish, McPhee.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really poor.
Got the header, controlled it well, but was falling back. He couldn't really get the shot off as he would have liked. Just about 20 seconds left of this first half. Of the game, end of the game. And we'll just wait and see how much we understand. There's 4 minutes of added on time. Wait for the fourth official to raise his board to indicate that. Yes. 4 minutes. There we have it. Minimum of 4 minutes of added on time as Charles tries to go up the left side. Turns with it. That's it to St. Clair, but he's offside.
I think when the St. Anthony's players and coaching staff look back at this game, they would really be disappointed with themselves because they've not played anywhere close, and of course confirmation of that offside. St. Clair, miles offside to be exact, but they played nowhere near close to what we've seen over the last 2 games. It has been abysmal at times by them. A team that is known for their goal scoring prowess, but we commended them heavily, Colin, on their defensive display, particularly against Kismukurapu.
But Brent, when you look at this defense, Antoine, Cowie, Barkley, and Daniel, that's a really good defense.
Yes, solid.
They were all over the place today.
Yeah, they were solid, and a lot of it was individual errors.
Yeah.
Whether they miss kicking of the ball, poor, of course, poor positioning, which caused the first goal, because Barkley was too far of his man Biznat, and then Cowie was nowhere close to Shepherd, who just tucked it into the back of the net. And then it compounded, it continued throughout the game.
So St. Anthony's with a free kick.
And to add to close, Colin, I mean, these types of games, you don't want to have everybody's due a bad game, but to have a bad game in the national semi-finals, it's truly disappointing. And I talked about it's about seizing the moment, executing on the day. They didn't.
Thomas with the header comes from Barclay, but straight to the keeper, no power in it. In the meantime, Williams is lying down on the ball, finally gets up, kicks it upfield, looking for Sinclair. Goalkeeper Perez, way off his line.
He doesn't need to be there, Colin.
Cowie, just about a minute and a half left in this game. It's a good ball to McPhee.
It's a tough ball.
Yep, gives it away.
And it wasn't a pass that was needed, really, Colin. They had numbers. They've made a lot of those decisions today. Unnecessary decisions. They've tried the difficult thing when the simpler task was easier task. Disappointed to see St. Anthony's go, Colin, as I really thought they had a genuine chance of winning this year's Intercol. But they only have themselves to blame, really.
Yep. This is Charles, but Weeks wins it. It's a good ball to McPhee. Good interception by Allen. That's it! Presentation College are into the National Intercol final by beating St. Anthony's 3-1. And you have to say, a thoroughly deserved victory by Presentation. They put St. Anthony's under pressure. They knocked the ball around nicely. They were going up on the flanks. They beat them on the flanks, got the ball inside, and they had a man of the match performance from Akil Jacob. And of course, you had the poacher in Shepherd, who got a brace here this afternoon and took his goals well. We just want to say goodbye to the viewers on TV6 as we'll take a break here and come back as the score here. It's the final score, the National Intercol semi-final. Presentation 3, St. Anthony's College 1. We'll take that break now and then come back to the Atto Molden station.
Yeah, the coach is coming now. I have the man of the match and we will see the student who is there. Stand by. The coaches here, they're here.
The Coca-Cola National Intercol semi-final number 2. St. Anthony's College able to get 1 goal inside of there, but Prez able to triumph with 3 goals. Johan, thoughts on today's game?
It was a tough loss, also sad. We work hard to reach here, and well, I guess this is football.
Yeah? Well, next year we look forward to the Tigers, all right? Sorry, Johan looks so sad, bro. You don't need to be so sad. All right, Tariq, yes, all smiles from start to finish. You're going to the finals.
Yes, I'll see you all Wednesday. Good performance by the team, not the same intensity as the first half, but we did what we had to do to get the job done.
What they had to do to get the job done. Thank you very much, Tariq, for being here with us. Brent, Colin, let's get the highlights.
Highlights here of this game, and Prez, as we say, started on that front foot. Bisnack having the first shot, and you could see the intention from presentation, Brent, and this was the first goal.
Well, the intention from presentation and the lapse of concentration and poor defending by St. Anthony's College, of course, started the floodgates being open, with Shepherd in the 18th minute with the simplest of tasks of tapping home a Bisnack cross. And again, poor defending again by St. Anthony's College. 2v1 scenario. Hulk decided to go on his own and burying it past Perez, who I thought should have done better there. In the 24th minute, 2 goals up. I'm sure St. Anthony's College did not design this to happen, but it was poor throughout. They had 1 or 2 fluttering opportunities. This one by Thomas. Of course, Williams denying him with the fingertip save. And they continued to pour forward. The boys from San Fernando until they got the 3rd item. Shepherd with his 2nd, Presentation College with their 3rd, and of course in the 40th minute, and then you thought it was done and over, but St. Anthony's wanted to give at least some sort of an attempt of a comeback. Ash trying to bury it in the first half to make it 4-0, going for glory instead of passing to his teammate.
They rallied much better in the second half. There's the long-range shot coming from Barkley, just went over the bar. But St. Anthony's rallied in the second half and were much better, and they were awarded a penalty when McPhee was brought down.
Yeah, it's a good call there by Harris, and the coolest of penalty by the substitute Manswell. But they just didn't do enough, St. Anthony's College. And on the day, Presentation College were worthy winners simply because they were better.
Oh yeah, and let's have a look at the full-time stats.
Well, there were 9 goal attempts by Presentation, 6 by St. Anthony's. 6 of Presentation's goal attempts were on target. 5 of St. Anthony's 6 goal attempts were on target. 33 fouls in total, 20 going to Presentation, 13 to St. Anthony's. 3 cards in the game, one of which I thought should have been a red card. And of course, 9 corners, 5 to Presentation, 4 to St. Anthony's. More importantly, Presentation College dominated throughout, and they deserved the win.
They certainly deserve to win, and as you rightly said, Brent, on the day, Presentation were far the better team, and they deserved their 3-1 victory. Let's go down to Hans. He's got the man of the match with him.
He was the man of the match in the South Zone final, and in the semi-final, he's also the man of the match, Mr. Akil Jacob. Who is this one for today?
Well, I'll dedicate this one to my mother and myself.
How come?
I work hard.
The hard work is yours, and the triumph and the joy of today is all yours. Thank you very much, Akil. We'll see you on Wednesday as you all head into the National Intercol final. Right now, we welcome Coach for St. Anthony's College, Coach Daniel. Looking at today, is there anything you would have done differently?
Well, on the day of the game, it speaks for itself, right? And I think Press came out with a good attitude, and that's why he made them won the game.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach Daniel. All the best as we get ready for St. Anthony's next year. But Coach Cooper, this is going to be a repeat of the 2016 National Intercol final. You all against Sawa North once again. Last time they won it. What can we expect on Wednesday?
Well, we will be going to change the outcome from 2016, definitely. They had a very good game today, so I am expecting a very, very tough game on Wednesday.
Thank you very much, Coach Cooper. There you have it. Your two national, Coca-Cola National Intercol finalists. Presentation College of South, and from the East, Sawa North. We bring that game to you live Wednesday, 4th November from 4:30 p.m. from right here at the Atto Bolden Stadium. On behalf of the entire SportsMax team, thank you for viewing. My name is Hans Devines. We leave you with some highlights of today's game.